Hi, and welcome to 201 Today. In our first segment, we're going to learn about our new field house and facility improvements.
Hi, I'm Joe Gunty, principal of Morton West High School. I'm here this afternoon with Mr. Steve Lemon. Steve is the athletic director and director of instruction for PE, health, and driver's ed for the Morton High School District. I'm here today with Steve to talk about some of the renovations that are going on at the Morton West campus due to a circumstance that happened this summer. Steve, you're aware that this summer, I think it was the end of June, that there was a storm that kind of rolled through town. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what kind of impact it had on the facilities here at Morton West?
Well, I remember the day very well. It was the last Wednesday in June. In fact, I was here over the East Campus to have a Booster Club meeting. It was about 6 o'clock, and about just before 6 o'clock, the rains really hit. And we knew a storm was coming, and obviously the whistles went off, and actually a few of the Booster members made it in. The other ones were stuck out in their car, and we watched the rain just come in. It probably rained a good half hour, 40 minutes. And I know just in leaving that night, I was parked between the buildings at Morton East, and the water was up to the bottom of my car door. Barely got into it, and it took me almost 2 hours to get through the streets of Cicero. It was like going through Venice, Italy. So we knew obviously we were going to have some damages, and then the next morning when I arrived back here over at Morton West, because we had football practice that night, and we knew we had some issues in the stadium. A lot of the equipment over there was damaged, and in the pool area we knew was damaged, and then later on we found out there was some extensive damage here in the West Fieldhouse.
Did you envision when you first saw the damage that it was to the extent that it came out to be?
No, not nearly, because we knew there was some extensive damage over at the stadium because of football equipment, the shoulder pads, and equipment down in the lower areas in the pool area. But here at the field house, never envisioned that we were going to have the extensive damage we ended up here.
So more specifically, what happened to the field house, and what kind of damage took place, and then maybe you want to go in and talk to us a little bit about the renovation process, what things are done in order to upgrade the facilities based on the damage.
Okay. Well, what happened? It rained so hard that the water came through the doors, and it basically flooded the field house. And with that flooding of the field house, the carpet became saturated, and the insurance company came and looked at it, and it was deemed that they couldn't be salvaged, and so thus the decision was made that needed to be replaced in entirety. And that's what the process we've been ever since that end of June to here now. The first part of November, we started this process. The first process was obviously going through, decide what type of flooring we want to put into. Jimmy Zindel, Director of Building and Grounds, has been very helpful with working with this and working with the insurance company and the different contractors. So we decided what company would go with the flooring that would best fit our needs. And then the process was to take out all the existing floor, which they started immediately, and then putting in the subfloor, which we're standing on right now today. And then this week sometime they'll be starting to put in the flooring that will be running over. During this process, we also decided that we would take the time and redo the painting in the field house. People who've been in the field house would know that the ceiling, a lot of the paint had been falling off. We went through and we power washed it off. We repainted it white. You can see the walls are painted white with maroon and green trim, our school colors. So people that haven't been in here, since last year are going to see it's going to be a totally different building, and it's going to be one of the nicest facilities in this part of the state.
Steve, as I took a look at the progress that's made, which has been significant since I saw it in June, is there an estimated time for completion of the work so that kids can, in the athletic programs, PE classes, can actually use the facility?
Well, right now we're looking at, before Thanksgiving. Here we are in the first week of November, and, it's taken a while. This floor has been done now, the subfloor, about a week ago, and it takes 10 days to finish it curing. So we're hoping they'll be coming in here this week to start with the installation of the flooring itself. It won't take very long, but then it'll be about a week that it'll have to settle. So, we're still looking at before Thanksgiving time to have this all in. Athletic-wise, it has not been a real inconvenience for us because our sports have been outside, and indoor track doesn't start until January. But the biggest inconvenience has been for our physical education department. And our teachers and kids have been great. We've been going outside. Unfortunately, we've had a good fall with weather-wise, so we've been outside most of the time, but we've had adjustments when we do have to come in for inclement weather. So hopefully we'll get this thing in here within the next couple of weeks, and our PE class will start in here before Thanksgiving, but definitely after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I want to acknowledge the students and faculty and staff also, because they've done a great job. In fact, they brought some classes in, or some of the activities into classrooms, more kind of aerobic types of activities, just to since the field house wasn't available.
Right. Obviously the thing with education is being adaptive to different things, and we've done that very well, and the kids have gotten some extra things they've been able to do, which is going to help them out. Another thing I'd like to point out, up here on the wall, the class of 2011 has been gracious. Well, they're going to donate. We're having a nice mural painted up here of our logo and a Mustang, and our logos up there. So that's going to be either an added feature to our field house when it's finished.
Professionally done, I understand, at about the cost of probably $8,000 or so. So the contribution from the class of 2011 is pretty significant.
It's a great donation they're making, and something that they'll come back to with their children there and show what their donation was, because this is obviously going to be a great facility. And yes, it is. It's going to be professionally done. This guy has done. If you go on his website, he's worked all over over Illinois and Chicagoland, so it's going to be a great mural that's done here.
Hey, Steve, is there any indication of the amount of damage that was done based on dollars, and how much we're able to, what the cost would be, or cost is going to be, in order to bring the facilities up to where they're at?
That I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, we had extensive costs with this whole process. I mean, I talked about the things over in the stadium. We've had things over at the East Campus as well, too, in the wrestling room, and I know in the auditorium. There's a lot of things that have gone. So for me to put a number on, I would just be guessing. I don't want to do that.
I'd say over hundreds of thousands of dollars, I
yes.
imagine.
Yes, for sure.
Steve, anything else that you want to share with the community regarding this particular project?
Well, this project obviously is going to be great, and we certainly, once we get this all finished with, we're hoping to have a little ceremony to recognize the people who have made these accomplishments. But please get out here and see it. Obviously, your indoor track's going to be coming, but when you get opportunity and parent teach, come and stop by and just look at the process of it, because this is going to be something we're going to be very proud of, and it's going to be very useful for our students for not only this year but for many years to come.
We're going to take a little walk out to the Cow Palace in the stadium to see what kind of maybe renovations are going on in that area. Yeah,
out there in the Cow Palace, you're going to see it. We had a lot of damage out there because we have a weight room that we put out there, and it's quite a mess out there right now. And again, the football players and the soccer players and the coaches were great. Boots and Wally and Marco out there. I mean, there was a lot of inconvenience that was put out this year over there as well too. But we're going to be redoing the floor in there and get that all set up, so we have a nice weight room in there. And of course, baseball will be starting with the batting cages. So that's a process that we're working on as well too.
Steve, I appreciate the time this afternoon. We'll take a walk out to the field house, but I want to congratulate you for all the hard work you put into helping with this renovation. As our athletic programs and academic programs improve at Morton West High School and Morton East High School, it's nice to see that we're able to add with a facility such as this.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe, and obviously a lot of people putting a lot of time on this. And it's been a little inconvenience right now, but it's certainly going to be worth it for many years to come when this is all completed.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.